Hello people, I am Jaby Koay, joined by Achara Kirk.
What's up, people?
We're looking at a game trailer called Unknown 9 Awakening. It's a teaser trailer, and in the description it says, raised on the streets of Kolkata, India, and haunted by visions of her own death, Haruna struggles to understand her mysterious innate abilities to manipulate the unseen. Ooh. A mentor soon helps Haruna hone her gifts, teaches her to access the mysterious hidden dimension known as the Fold, and propels her on a journey to unlock the mysteries of this new realm. Find out more at unknown9.com.
Cool.
So, all right, well, without further ado, let's check this out. If you'd like to watch this trailer on its own, it's available in 4K. So I know that this reaction is not. So there's that.
Peggy 16.
Oh, wow.
That looks
That's
good. I mean, it's a
really
cutscene,
nice, yeah.
obviously, but it still looks good. Very lifelike.
Oh, no. Oof. Oh, no.
I apologize for lowering the audio. I'm just cautions against copyright claims and stuff.
Oh, it's kind of like, I thought it seemed like maybe it was like the Upside Down or something like that, where...
Or Doctor Strange.
Oh.
Or Infamous.
Yeah.
Energy.
And, yeah.
Oh, nice little badass expression in her face. Look at that, confidence. Now that you got a superpower.
She kind of looks like a baby Nishi Munshi.
Should send this to her now. That was cool.
Wow.
That was a nice little tease. Oh, here we go.
We've got
stuff.
some more. Is she a grown-up now? She's a grown-up.
I wouldn't have minded playing as
a kid?
the little girl the whole
Yeah.
time. I think that would have been...
Is it?
It flashed something just now. Hold on, it flashed
Wait,
something.
hold on. Seeking
answers in the unknown. You are more than you think. KolkataScienceInstitute.com.
Oh.
It's so interesting that they did that like as a flash thing.
I didn't even notice.
I think it's like a single frame. It's
Yeah.
literally a single frame. That is so much harder than the perfect pause games that we used to put out.
Yeah.
That is monumentally more difficult to like hit that one frame.
It's for like the real Illuminati like Jaby Koay, who are like,
Sure.
hold on. And then meanwhile, the rest of us mere mortals are like, that was cool. Yeah, it's great.
This looks cool. I can't, obviously we can't speak to the gameplay of the game. It's more of just like teasing you about what sort of adventure potentially awaits you, but the cutscenes look beautiful.
Yes.
And where the story takes place is pretty cool. We're seeing more stories emerge that take place in India that are for the global audience, and I think that's really cool, especially in gaming, because I feel like that helps to really broaden people's horizons globally with gaming. That's where you really are immersed in this place that you're exploring. Like I keep hoping that we're gonna have a Mumbai or Delhi version of Grand Theft Auto at some point.
That would be so cool.
You know, to be able to like just hop in a rickshaw, hijack it.
Just be like,
you know, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think India would be a dope place to have a game like Grand Theft Auto, but I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't know why we don't, because to be able to have that sort of Hinglish, language, I think would be neat.
What sort of cars would it be though?
It'd be everything. They got everything over there. I mean, remember when we had lunch with Varun? I moved a BMW out the way.
Oh, yeah.
They have all the cars over there. So they just probably go under different brand names and stuff like that. But anyway, this looks really neat. It's cool, furthermore, that you're playing as a young woman. I can't help but notice that most games have, with a few exceptions like Lara Croft or something like that. And then you're seeing more and more emerge now, but for the longest time, you didn't have a whole lot of choices for female characters in games.
Yeah, and if you did, like, especially in fighting games like Street Fighter, I remember growing up, like, most people didn't really want to play Chun-Li.
Oh, are you kidding me? Chun-Li's a dope character.
I love her.
Hit that kick button enough times that it's got the lightning kick and whatnot.
Yeah, the helicopter
Craziness.
kick. No, my friends never wanted to be Chun-Li. They all wanted to be...
Chun-Li had the hurricane? Not the hurricane
what's
kick,
the guy that you always play? Ryu?
Spinning bird kick. Ryu. Well, I called him Ryu growing up. Okay, referencing Street Fighter, you had one female character.
And then eventually they added more.
They added Cammy eventually later on, but still, you had just a handful, right?
Yeah.
It was predominantly male characters up until you had the 3D games like Tekken and Battle Arena Toshinden and Dead or Alive. And so, but anyway, those are fighting games.
Yeah.
It's not often you had an adventure game where you were like playing as a female outside of the likes of Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider is honestly the only one I can think of off the top of my head. I know there's more.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
That's recent though.
That's recent, yeah.
And you're playing as a Caucasian girl. This is an Indian girl.
Yeah.
And so you have a female minority character you're playing as. That's really cool. I would be very, very curious to check this out, and I hope that it gets more traction and more attention for, just to help, make India more global as it should be. Oddly though, the votes are turned on and the comments are turned off. And I'm just wondering why they would turn them off. Like, what could have possibly have been said? It's almost like you're creating a little bit more controversy that would have existed in the comments, and now people are just gonna take to Reddit to then figure out what that was, and it almost gets worse. Like, I personally would just have left the comments on, but who knows what could, there might have been sexist things in there. But just from the cinematic alone, I feel like there's gonna be some cool options that you have in this game that maybe feel a little bit like Max Payne or Assassin's Creed or something like that. I don't know, if you guys haven't played Max Payne, I'm sure most of you have, but there's like a button where you can go into bullet time and you sort of can change directions while you're in midair of who you're firing at to give you the sense of being like Neo, right?
Okay.
And so to have this thing that sort of breaks reality, there's an Xbox game I had, I might have given it to my brother. It starred one of the people from Lord of the Rings, I believe, where you could sort of break time. I forgot the name of the game, but I'm sure it's time something or another, like time stop. And I forgot what it's called.
Is it the one with the woman?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that is Control.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about a completely different game that I can't remember the name of, but I'm sure a lot of you guys have played it, or at least are aware of it, where you could sort of manipulate time around you. It was for Xbox.
Okay.
Xbox One. Just having this adventure game where it's this mechanic that makes it different from other games, like, because generally speaking, what you're signing up for is like a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
That's usually what you're getting these days, right? And so to have I guess, an adventure game of some kind of like Uncharted, which you have the superpower, it just makes it different,
Yeah, no, I like games that have a story and that look pretty. Like, I'm always really drawn to that. That's why I like Final Fantasy games, because it's just fun to immerse yourself in a different world, and like fantasy has always been my favorite genre anyway, and then followed by sci-fi as a close second.
Speaking of speaking of games that have female leads, Final Fantasy X2.
Yeah, several of them have cool female characters that you get to play as. But yeah, no, I mean, I like that, kind of magical, mysterious ability that she has, and then you have to learn it. So yeah, it's not like your kind of typical first-person shooter, which is also super fun in its own right, but
right.
I tend to enjoy these types of games more.
The story also sounds interesting. Like, she comes upon these powers for some unknown reason, and then has to seek out the mentor who brings her into the fold. And even the name The Fold is very cool. It's like a double entendre there. It's not just the name of the thing, but like the fold, it's like a reference to something that's sort of secretive, right?
Yeah.
And so that's neat in itself. But then what? Then what is she doing with these powers? Is she like
Revenge.
Well, that's what I'm like wondering about, is like, is she there to be sort of this defender of Kolkata?
Vigilante style.
A vigilante, like the way Spider-Man is to, New York.
Yeah.
For a second I forgot, like, if I was gonna say Metropolis, but I'm like, that is so wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Batman is to Gotham City.
There you go.
But yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
Cleaning up the streets of Kolkata.
Why were they even trying to hit her in the first place? Like, that's not nice. What did she do?
She tried to steal an apple.
Yeah. Then they were like, no, we're gonna bully you. Serves them right. That's what I say.
I really want to know what people were saying in the comments that forced them to turn it off. What could people have possibly said that was so mean or so bad? In any case, it's got mostly upvotes, 5.8 thousand up, 126 down. So it seems like the consensus generally is in agreement with us, with what we feel.
Yeah, it looks nice.
It looks nice.
I'd like to see
exciting.
more. They showed us just a very small part. So I imagine like this game's probably coming out in a couple years or something.
I feel like what they did was smart though. Like, what they had looked very like top notch.
Yeah.
Rather than showing us a bunch of stuff that looks all right.
Yeah.
Like, it's still in development. Like, show me the best of what you've got. like, and then just tease me from there. Hopefully you enjoyed that reaction. Do let us know your feelings in the comments below. Check out Achara Kirk on her YouTube channel, playing games from time to time, youtube.com/Achara. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out our other reactions, reviews, short films, vlogs, and interviews. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Achara Kirk.
Peace out.